So you've learned that total body strengthening with pelvic floor awareness is your key to being able to manage your symptoms, take back your fitness, and take back your life. Awesome. You've come, again, so far, and I'm so happy that you're learning with me. Now, how do we do strength training without making our symptoms worse? How do we lift and lift heavy, progressively heavy, and not aggravate our symptoms? The key is being able to manage your pressure within your system. So pelvic organ prolapse, incontinence, those are a pressure management issue, okay? And when I'm talking about pressure, I'm talking about pressure within your abdominal cavity. Because if you have too much pressure that's going down into the pelvic floor, you are going to strain that area. And when you strain that area, you're going to get your symptoms. Just like if you strain outside here, so on that alignment of the belly, if you have an abdominal separation or a diastasis recti, you are going to continually strain that healing tissue that is between your separation. So pressure management is key here, okay? How you learn pressure management. Breathing. This is what you learn in phase 1 of the formula. Breathing, breathing better, breathing for functionality, breathing for release, breathing for connecting with your pelvic floor. Pressure management. So you want to think of your abdominal cavity as maybe like a can. Let's think of it as a can, okay? So we have kind of a can of pressure. On the top is that diaphragm. The bottom is your pelvic floor. On the outside, we have those deep core muscles. And again, on the outside of those deep core muscles, that's where your abdominal separation is. We've got muscles in that low back area. Those are going to be other deep core muscles as well. We've got maybe your obliques on the side here. Okay, so you have this whole canister here. And when you breathe in and you breathe out, you are affecting the pressure within that canister. What we have trouble with is that when we increase that pressure or we can't manage that pressure, especially when we're doing something like lifting or running or jumping or anything like that, if we can't control that pressure within our system, that's where we get our symptoms. That's where we get prolapse. That's where we get reduced recovery in that diastasis recti. So the key to pressure management is digging a little deeper, looking at that breathing pattern. So you want to make sure that your breathing isn't going up into your chest and making your shoulders rise. We want to make sure it's connecting that diaphragm with the pelvic floor. We want to make sure everything is working like it should. The reasons why sometimes it doesn't work like it should is because we hold tension and things become dysfunctional. So again, breathing is going to help us connect a little bit more with our body, is going to help release that tension, which is going to stop dysfunction throughout the whole body. Pressure management, inter-abdominal pressure management, is key to being able to gradually and progressively total body strengthen. We start from the basic. So we start with the foundation. We learn in phase 1 about breathing. We learn maybe where we're restricted with our breathing, what our pattern looks like right now, and what it needs to look like in order for us to be successful. We then challenge that. So once we've got our breathing pattern in check, we challenge it with body weight exercises. So if you're able to perform a body weight exercise and be able to control the pressure within your system, great. Let's progress a little bit more. Let's add some light weight. So we'll add a light weight. Are you still able to manage that pressure? Great. Let's continue adding more weight, progressively over time, adding more and more heavier weights so you're getting stronger and you're still able to manage that pressure. If at any point you feel yourself not being able to breathe through an action, as in holding your breath, so if you're trying to lift that weight over your head and you're holding your breath and huffing and puffing to get that weight overhead, you know what you're doing? Putting all that pressure down into your pelvic floor. You're not managing your pressure. So again, if you are holding your breath, just pushing that weight overhead, all that pressure is going down to your pelvic floor. We need to be progressive. We need to be aware. We need to manage our breathing in order to be able to manage our intra-abdominal pressure and to be able to manage our symptoms, be able to strength train, be able to be strong, be able to find the strongest us, and be able to manage our symptoms.